Staar 8th grade math sample exam problem number 9. This one's in scientific notation, and you'll see I've written it on your paper, and I put an extra set of parentheses around it. If I want to put this whole thing in my calculator at once, then I need to put an extra set of parentheses around the top and an extra set of parentheses around the bottom. And the reason that I would do that is because I don't want it to mess up the division and only divide the middle two numbers instead of all the numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and type this one in my calculator. I wrote it a little bigger here so maybe my camera could focus on it a little better. So we're going to type that in. Clear that junk out. So I'm going to put open parentheses for that first set. Then I'm going to have the next set of parentheses. So open parentheses, 2 times 10 raised to, and remember for raised to, I can use a couple of different options. I can use this little house top button, this caret, that will raise it to a number, or I can use this squared if it's only a 2. Since it is only a 2, I'll go ahead and hit squared. Then I want to make sure that it's moved over to the next spot before I close my parentheses. I don't want a high parentheses only. I want the full thing. And then I go ahead and put open parentheses for the next set of parentheses. 7 times 10 raised to the third. This is where that caret button comes in handy because I can raise it up and put any number I want in there. And so then I move it over so that it's not still up there just with the 3 and close my parentheses. And now I want to close all my parentheses on top. So that's everything on top in. Now I'm going to hit divided by. Now I'm going to have that second set of parentheses on bottom. I'm going to go ahead and start it first. So I just have 2 parentheses in a row basically. 4 times 10 raised to the 6th. Close parentheses. Now notice when I closed that one I forgot to move over. So it's still just up there. I want that whole thing closed. So I'm going to back up. And I'm going to hit delete, so it deletes out that. Then I'm going to hit the arrow over so it goes back down and put my parentheses in. Then I'm going to open parentheses, 5 times 10 raised to the negative second. Notice when I use that caret button, it'll keep typing up there until I move it back down. And I have to move it back down by hitting that arrow over. And I close that parentheses. And don't forget we have that second set at the end because we have everything on bottom in parentheses. So now I hit my enter button and it gives me an answer of 7. So if I've simplified problem number 9, it's 7. Another way that I could do that is just to simplify the top and write it out, simplify the bottom and write it out. So over here, I'll go ahead and do that real quick. In my calculator, I'm going to type open parentheses 2 times 10 raised to the second, and then open parentheses 7 times 10 raised to the third. And I got 14 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros after it. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. I'm going to do the same thing on bottom. Open parentheses 4 times 10 raised to the 6th. Move it over and close parentheses. Open parentheses 5 times 10 raised to the negative second. Move over, close parentheses, and I have a 2 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And if you're a canceller, you would notice that you can cancel all those zeros out and just have 14 divided by 2. If you're not a canceller, you could go ahead and type all that in your calculator. 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, divided by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, and hit enter. It also simplifies to 7. Since we are discussing scientific notation, instead of someone writing out times 10 raised to every time, times 10 raised to something, our calculator likes to just use the letter E. On your calculator, if you're typing it in, right here above the comma, we have that blue EE. That's what that same button is. So if I was writing something just like that problem, let me go ahead and type it in again in a different way. On this one, if I'm typing it in, I'm going to put open parentheses 2, but instead of typing times 10 raised to the, I'm going to put second and the comma, which is E, and then all I have to do is put that exponent. So I'm just going to put that exponent of 2. Close parentheses, open parentheses, 7, and instead of putting times 10 raised to the, I'm going to hit second and that comma button again, and just put in a 3. Close it. Notice on top, I still get that same answer. Makes it a little easier if I'm trying to do the whole problem at once. I could do the same thing with the stuff on bottom. Open parentheses, 4e 6, which means 4 times 10 raised to the 6th, and then multiply that by 5e negative 2, close parentheses. Notice once again, I get my 200,000, and I could divide those. Another thing I can do is type it all in at once, but remember I still need to put all those parentheses on top, that one set of big parentheses on top, and that parentheses on bottom. So I would have open parentheses, 2, get the right number in there, 2e to the second, close parentheses, open parentheses, 7e to the third, close parentheses. This is where I would do my second set of parentheses, because it's right after that to the third. Then I would divide, put open parentheses, 4e to the sixth, close parentheses, times 5e to the negative second, close parentheses, and then I close parentheses again at the end. When I type it in, I still get 7.